Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
This is about to be a good one. Supposed to be the commission.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
In your face.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Zoom. 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. I'm coming.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He gets it to Humphreys. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And look here, it's an opening
block. That motherfucker didn't block.
Not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. McCaffrey. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Squeeze.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Mike. Check 55, Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
Newton on 3rd down. And Samuel.
Come on.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Man on man.
A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Let him
Get
go
on the
down.
extra point,
Up.
and that
That's
makes the
right.
score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Motherfucker is
and
lagging
he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
65, 25, check 25, check 25.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Get it.
Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gator. Tackles.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
Come on with the 1 yard, really?
Down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Bravo. 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Fight.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And that's complete to Lewis. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to wind up incomplete.
Come on, man.
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Ready? 180. 25 to Mike. Hey.
And that one covered beautifully.
78, not
the
blocking.
defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Damn, 78.
So this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mariota again. They'll roll him under pressure, and he'll go down.
Come on.
They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Bonifant. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This is Scarlett on the carry, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
We got this.
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
I got you. Gun.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Open man.
Come on.
Complete. Touchdown.
The fuck are you doing, dude?
Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now, he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 17-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2.
You can't block me. You can't block me. He's coming. Double up, double up.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it
How
jarred
did the dude
loose.
not block
Yeah,
that
he
dude?
is not going to get in here.
Hold on,
so
how
the
he just
decision to
get
go
blocked?
for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
This shit lagging? The fuck is going on?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Come on.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey.
What the fuck?
And able to break
Come on,
one
man.
tackle, but then quickly brought down. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
No better than that shit.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
From the 44, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Go.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Henry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, the Titans will turn it over to their punter since 2009, and that's Brett Kern. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1, It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Over the middle, complete to
what
Samuel.
the fuck is
Now the
this
Panthers
doing?
going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey. Great. Hey. Go.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Mike 50, gun. 55. Express. I got you. Mike 55, Mike 55. Short. They can't hang with us. Mike 55. 20. 55.
A final shot before the break. Newton taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side.
Bro, it's back. Click on the man. It's dumb. It's the same fucking pass route that's coming. I'll see it coming and take it on the fucking dude.
Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
Fucking bullshit, man.
The fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
And this shit lagging like a motherfucker.
He'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But
no, neither one of them motherfuckers double team this dude. Right? I called it out, and these niggas didn't do it. Come on, man.
And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. Shit. One. We're going 25 to Mike.
Mariota to throw it this time. And he
drops the fucking ball
through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
This is crazy.
They're just totally out of sync.
The regular team I usually play with.
Passing the ball like we saw there, I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, can these niggas get 1 yard?
Go.
They'll run for it with Henry.
Yep, got it.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 65 yards, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This is caught.
Oh, shit! Come on!
Make it to the goal
Why would you,
line.
man, get the fuck out of here,
unable
bro.
to get this back within 1 score as it stays a 9-point game.
That shit is crazy.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
What the fuck? Get out of here!
He might be gone.
Oh!
10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 79 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
This motherfucker don't get 100 yards. Hey, shit lagging.
It's skyrocketed.
Right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry.
Come on, man. Y'all
got
to block, fella.
26.
Y'all got to block.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Henry.
Come on. Y'all got a block,
He's had his
dude.
way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third
These
down.
niggas ain't blocked that. Bro, I don't even care no more now. These motherfuckers just stop blocking.
Marker. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Back to throw, Tannehill rolling to his right. On the run,
he overthrew it.
Deep right side.
And
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So
Yeah,
certainly an interesting
God.
call
These
there to
niggas
go
ain't
for it.
blocking.
And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Come on with this
From
bullshit.
the gun.
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Flush to his
Look.
right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side.
Bullshit.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton.
Yeah, come on.
Complete, nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved
That's
one there, but at
bullshit,
least
man.
it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there was a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a
True
play.
fucking plays. I knew they was coming back to
You got
back.
to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go. Let's see if this shit gonna keep it fucking up. These niggas ain't blocking and nothing. These niggas is trash. I never played these.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Henry.
They line do not
And he'll
block
push
for
this
shit.
forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into
Yeah, they
this
line
game.
don't block.
It behooves them
Tennessee
to
line
get
don't
better
block.
on the
They
first
trash.
game.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
You ain't got nothing.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
What the fuck, bro?
And for
Look.
one of the few
These
times here
motherfuckers
today,
is
this
not
run's not going to
blocking.
go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
These motherfuckers ever gonna block? Nigga, y'all been talking about y'all beat me. I'm playing with a trash ass team. Hurt the fucking ball.
Here's Tannehill. And that's
Oh,
caught by Smith.
that shit loud.
This play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Yeah, that shit lag. Cause I kept hiking the ball. I'd have been really upset that motherfucker would have threw a pick.
Come on, fellas. Let's go now. 8, read. 25 to Mike. Bring it. Bring it. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
Bro,
There to
look! What the
escape,
fuck
and
is
he
that?
goes down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mariota, Brian Burns, able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
You can't stop me. Check 3. Check 3.
Third and long here for Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Is retarded.
Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now.
What the fuck?
He's
there we go with this bullshit.
30. The 20.
There we go with this bullshit.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Oh, shit, trash.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
This motherfucker shit
a couple
lagging.
yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Shit, super laggy. Them motherfuckers don't block. They don't do shit.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check time. Check time.
Again, it's Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
On the ball. We go 25 to the mic. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep burning.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. 59. Yeah, double up, double up, double up, double up. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's
That's
loose.
bullshit.
They'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That fat motherfucker ain't nowhere near catching
not only
me.
spell your starter,
Fuck out
but can
of here.
come in and keep drives going.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Henry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
These niggas is trash.
The Titans go. It's Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. First down.
That motherfucker
and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
That is real fucking crazy. I can't get
the amount of
this fucking
sacks that
throw
they've
off.
absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fight, man, I hit the button 3 times.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th.
Come on,
this
man.
This is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Newton's going to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mariota. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Ah, here we go with this bullshit. Madden be hard. I swear to God. Look at this shit. Dumb as fuck. The fuck is this shit?
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
I ain't got no people on the field, bro. It's over with. I don't know why it does that. Shit dumb.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
This shit dumb.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up
Nobody
5
there.
yards. So now they need 7 yards on third down.
Well, I can't even hike the ball.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. And that'll set them back 5.